the Watcher. Hello again. Gonna be real honest, I'm in a mood to boss swap to start out today. Also an idea I'm tossing around in my head. What if during March? What if we make March a boss swap month? Since I've been lately in a feeling where most optimal play seems to involve not boss swapping on most of the characters. What if I do a month of this challenge where we only boss swap for the entire month, and then we go back to normal afterwards? Oh, we got a Heracross fan. Good stuff. Heracross is a cool mon. Because I don't think we've had enough boss swap ironclad runs lately. It's been way too long since I've had a runic cube swap start, too. Oh my, look at this. Look at this path up the left side, by the way. 2 upgrades before the first elite. Late Burning Elite into Hexaghost, so 4 upgrades, 2 easy elites, and 1 free boss relic. A Runic Dome. Can't see what the enemies are doing. That's okay. All we have to do is go Smork build. We'll get 1 energy every turn in exchange for the loss. Now, there's lots of things that we can do to predict exactly what it is that our foes are doing at any given moment with the Runic Dome. There's a lot of information that we can either know ahead of time or that we can derive from other things that occur. This is a really good turn to have information, though. Oh, well, I'm going to go... This thing is always actually debuffing on turn 1. I believe that's guaranteed on Ascension 20. This one may or may not be attacking. Or 10. I guess I'll block twice. Strike the little one. Don't enter Wrath here. And I'm glad that that's the line I chose. Now this one is attacking. I will enter Vigilance. Thankfully, with 4 energy per turn, we can be a little inefficient and still win the encounters decisively, which is quite nice. I think Retain is a lot less valuable in general when I don't know what my opponents are doing. It means I don't know what the value of next turn is. I don't know if there's going to be a next turn, even. That's true, Tyler G8. I think if I was looking to optimize my wins per hour, like if I really wanted to get the most wins in a 30-day period, I'd be playing at a very fast pace. It might be correct to play the same character over and over, but I think that would get boring unless we're talking about maybe a 1-day challenge only. But maybe alternating between only 2 or 3 characters and leaving 1 weak link out or 1 slow link out, probably Silent or Defect, just because they're too slow to play. And then abandoning a lot of runs on floor 0 just to regenerate the Act 1 map. Like, if you want, you can abandon run on floor 1 over and over again until you get an elite snipe with a Niao's Lament every single time, if you want, or even a double elite snipe, or some crazy 4 elite path in Act 1. Because there's almost no time cost to abandoning run and starting a new run. If you're talking from any kind of win rate perspective, then this strategy would be absolutely ruinous, of course. But in terms of win per hour, it feels like how I would personally best optimize such a thing. You know, essentially playing it like you're generating seeds for a speedrun, which is a lot of abandoning, a lot of going fast, a lot of YOLOing kind of stuff. Do I want to follow up here? That's, I guess, my only question. I don't think the others are a valid take. Sure, I'll grab a follow-up first card. I had an Xbox controller for the longest time that had the right shoulder button was the one to go. Consistently. I had to do a patch repair on that a couple of times, and then I ultimately replaced it. As a kid, it was the joysticks on the N64 controllers that consistently went. Actually, no. Or the A button got stuck with something sticky. But that's kid problems. One day. I think that's another good one too, Azoth. Maybe we make a day of it at some point, and I kind of bend the rules, and I just see how many wins I can get in one day using speedrun tactics as best as I can. I like that. I like that. All right, we're gonna stride forward with our runic dome. Watcher has a blindfold on her anyway, so what is this even really restricting, you know? That's what I want to know. Ooh, okay. I don't expect we're going to get hit all that often, but Bronze Scales does help us with Hexagoost. I'm not stressing how on pace or not on pace I am for the challenge overall too much. I know we can really kick up the pace if we need to, and that could be something fun to do later in the year. I do kind of have a total goal in mind, in my head, for what to accomplish at the end of each month. Like, I want to have 80 by the end of February, for example. It's a vague goal. And if we only get to 70, I'm not worried about it. Is it a helmet? I think it is. I think you just put the dome neatly over your eyes. On top. And an oldie but a goodie for OWM. What did the buffalo say as he dropped his child off for school? Bye, son. So, Jawworm always attacks for 12 damage on turn 1. That's not a maybe, that's a guaranteed rule. And if you face a Jawworm many a time, you know the truth of it. That means Eruption here is foolish. I'll just double defend. We'll strike as the final card, because follow-up cares about the card order here. Saves us a little bit here. Jawworm could be attacking for 7 or could be buffing here. We'll play the Vigilance just in case. They were in fact boofing. And unfortunately, that was a fatal mistake for me. Because now I take this hit, which could be up to 7 damage. Fortunately, it was only 2. Alright. So, Doom cost us a little bit of health there, but not a huge deal. I do like an Empty Fist quite a bit. Empty Fist is a card with a really powerful damage upgrade on it, which makes it a very good early addition to your Watcher deck. And it also helps us exit Wrath Stance, which is all the more important when we don't know if we're getting attacked or not. So, I'll take that. Cultist, meanwhile, never attacks on turn 1. This birdie boy always goes for a strength buffing ritual. So we can freely enter Wrath here, even though the Runic Dome be. We'll find that for the most part, a lot of opponents in Act 1 have a fairly set pattern of sorts that we can use the Dome to... or that we can use our knowledge of to mitigate the consequence of the Dome. That's certainly true for Hexaghost more than anything else, who has an exact set pattern of 9 moves sequentially that they will do, that we can know their exact details of by looking at a spreadsheet or checking out their wiki page or simply memorizing what the Hexaghost does when you fight it. I'm going to be taking this third eye. I love me some Scry. Big time. I guess we just whack them each one time and defend twice. No way to know who's attacking, and quite frankly, it really doesn't matter, as this is not enough total damage to kill any of them. Worst case scenario, they're all attacking me for 8 damage, and we have a bad time. I'll lose 14 health, but if we're lucky, one or more of them is doing something that isn't buffing that isn't attacking us. Excuse me. Leave the middle one at 4 health, as that's how much damage we'll do with a strike when weakened. Nope, they all went for an attack. Ow. Well, that was nice of them. And rude of them. I guess we'll kill this one, and then I'll just triple block. No need to risk anything here. Discard this Ascender's Bane. Okay, so a little bit of a painful beginning to the act, but totally acceptable here. We get an excellent potion. Fire potion deals 20 whenever we want. We could have had 3 copies of follow-up in this deck so far. That'd be weird. Halt is a bit odd. With only 1 Wrath Source, I don't like it, but I do think Halt is a fantastic block card in general. There's a mod that shows enemy attack patterns in-game too. That's right, it's called the Bestiary mod. Mr. V3, thank you so much for 7 months, 7 moons of support. Is it too early? Too late to pressure points? It's a fun thought. Nope. Shop prospects. I'm looking to fight 2 elites. I don't think this is the time. No, I don't think so. I wish. I do like the pressure points meme. It's a fun card. It's a fun card if it works. But it is very much, I wouldn't, well, not necessarily an all-in strategy. It can be a supplemental damage source. The hybrid pressure points and something else deck is something that you could, at least in theory, construct. And I don't see any reason why you wouldn't be able to assemble it during a regular run with the right conditions. But I don't think this is the time. With 4 base energy, is it better to upgrade Empty Fist before Eruption, I wonder? Not sure. Let's try it. It's an absolutely walloping +5 damage upgrade on that card. Quite frankly, ridiculous. And I'm glad that I upgraded it, because it's exactly a kill on this one. So, again, on Ascension 20, these little green slimes always debuff on turn 1. So I know for surezies that only the middle one is attacking, and it's only for 6, so we're actually full blocking here. Ah, I should have kept both. Strikes after all. I was hoping to draw into this eruption here, so I could get a couple kills. 4, 6, 4. I'll take 4 damage if I just block. Okay, that's acceptable. And then you'll die to the thorns, at least. It's not too bad. Not too bad at all. $20 redues and... Sands of Time is an interesting option. Deals big damage. Gets cheaper every time it's retained. So you can think of this as kind of a ticking... It's really good against Hexaghost, notably. A ticking time bomb that you get to use on your foes. And if you were willing to pay a lot of energy, you get to blow that bomb early, which is very nice, compared to something like Windmill Strike that doesn't do any damage, really. If you play it early, you just have to wait for it to accumulate damage, or a Dark Orb, which has to wait to accumulate damage. There's no way to get an immediate payoff. Immediate payoff on Sands of Time is kind of cool. With 4 energy, it's a lot more affordable, and it lets me mostly stop taking additional damage cards. Sands of Time is an excellent answer to the elites of Act 1 in particular. That said, Bowling Bash could be nice too, as a way to blonk a sentry to death. All of the elites of Act 1 have completely predictable attack patterns here, which is quite nice with the Runic Dome. I'm going to go with the early Sands of Time. Do I upgrade the Sands of Time, or do I upgrade the Eruption? I think I want to upgrade Eruption first, because I want to be able to Eruption and then play the Sands of Time, and basically no matter how long I've had the Sands of Time, having 1 more energy to do that with is a good idea. Yeah, Sands of Time notably does get cheaper 2 times at the end of your turn with Establishment here. If we were to find an Establishment. Once of its own effect, and then an additional time because of being retained with the establishment effect. Penib is a really good relic to get right after picking up a Sands of Time. This is a retain massive damage card, and you can set it up to be twice as much damage. That's pretty sweet. So, we're gonna just be a little patient here with this Eggy boy. I want to get that Sands of Time into my hand. And I would like to advance our friend the Nib. Next turn we'll draw Strike, Strike, and let's get the Sender's Bane out of the draw pile, just forever, please. And then we'll wake up then. That feels like a Swift Potion to me, because it lets me get the Eruption right now. Which is very nice. And then I get to double damage, possibly super duple damage this Sands of Time. Let's discard those two. And then, yes, we'll use this Swift Potion. Perfect. Question is, do I play the Empty Fist before or after the Eruption? With 4 cards in the draw pile, we know we're drawing Strike Follow-Up. Penib Wrath Sands of Time is 80 damage, so if I can make that happen, I should just do that. Because that'll win the fight. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes, we have enough attacks to do that. Reasoning for playing it first is that I don't leave Wrath when I play it, if I play it before. I don't want to leave Wrath. I want to still be in Wrath. So we play the Empty Fist first to leave Calm. Then we can play Eruption and all 3 strikes. We're actually exactly not going to need the damage from the Penib, but we're definitely going to have it. And it is going to be obscene. Easy. Happy to see an early Smiling Mask. It gives us really good incentive to go to 2 shops in Act 2, as we'll get 50 gold card removals at each. I like this devotion on a few fronts. I think Divinity is really sweet with retain attacks, especially something like Sands of Time. And the potential multiplication from Penib is hilarious here. Judgment could also be a nice way to just bop low health enemies. Really like Mantra Generation here. No Wrath means no... not relying on Wrath for our damage means not having to worry about the potential for taking double damage with Runic Dome. Kind of a nice little side effect. I'm going to grab this Devotion. I like it. And I can afford to get it upgraded, which will be 3 mantra per turn. Is it worth even playing here? I doubt it. I really doubt it. I think we're more correct to go follow up. Would like to kill the slime first. Let's do this. Ow. First of all, how dare you? Almost want to fire potion you for your indolence. MX Ashes, thank you so much for that 200 bits. Just had your wisdom teeth out right after a major surgery and you've been watching the content non-stop. Best of luck on your recovery journey. I hope you learned something about the Spire while you were here. Good stuff. This fire potion's pretty useful for Sentry's Ornob, though, and we have a fire next floor. Okay. What do we got? Third Eye. And we'll draw exactly all of this. Okay, that's fine. So let's just go defend and strike this guy 2 more times. That's what I thought. That's what I thought. $17 more. Another empty card and empty body is okay. Area damage in Consecrate is okay. Would really need an upgrade. Deck would definitely appreciate an area damage card, I suppose. Got the first day 20 win an Ironclad because of the content. Amazing. Let me guess. Corruption. I think having one AoE card is almost always a must. Currently we've got some upgrade competition though. Is either Sentries or Knob with a super bonus. Definitely makes Consecrate Plus appealing. It is a free card to increment Pen Nib with, which is quite nice. I like it more than Conclude. What other AoE card am I even comparing it against? I skipped the Bowling Bashes already. Alright. Welcome. And yeah, I will actually just upgrade that immediately. To make it 8 to all. That way it actually hits hard enough to... That would have been really nice to draw on turn 1. I'm just going to say that. No heal? That's right. No heal. Unfortunately, looks like I'll be using a fire potion, though. Got 2 Angry Gremlins. Fat Gremlin. Sneaky Gremlin. Damage numbers over each of them. 5, 10, 5, 5. 25 damage headed our way. And with this abysmal turn 1 hand... all I can do is kill one gremlin, either the sneaky or the fat gremlin, and defend one time. So we're taking minimum 10 damage here. And becoming weakened and frailed. So I think what that means is we probably want to use the fire potion on one of these two. Kill the other one with the strikes. Defend, take 5. That's what I'm going to have to do, I think. I really don't see a good ending for us happening if I don't do that. Yeah. Right. Precisely. Alright, we can enter Wrath, knowing it's only attacking for 5 per turn. That means we only have to block for 10 to still be blocking here. We could try to increment our Pen Nib against this thing, but as an Angry Gremlin, that's going to make it quite a challenge overall. Let's see what we can get. Maybe we can at least get it to 2. Yeah. Generally speaking, I'm pretty okay with crush joints. The Fat Gremlin is definitely the one that causes me the most heartache, I think, with that nasty, nasty, weak, and frail, along with a small but persistent damage output and enough health to be troublesome. I think they're probably, on average, the most troublesome gremlin for me. Wizards can be the nastiest because they have a very high health pool for a gremlin, and, of course, their nasty, nasty wizard attack on turn 3 will end you if the wizard is enabled to land that attack by virtue of assistance from a Fat Gremlin, Sneaky Gremlin, or Shield Gremlin. But yeah, it's the Gremlin Leader that'll get you, that's for sure. We've had our Gremlin Leader deaths this week. I don't even have a Miracle to make Crush Joints work, although I do have Bottled Miracle. I think we'll be skipping all of these, actually. So, 20 health into a plus Strength Gremlin Knob. That's not exactly an inspiring turn 1, but fear not. I know what to do. Discard this. I'll take both the Eruption and the Sands of Time next turn. Yes, please, and thank you. Have no fear here. Yeah, no fear at all. Let's see. So I can do 9 plus 40 plus 28. Let me guess. Oh, we're too short. 77 damage is how much I can do if I play all 3 attack cards here. So instead what we'll be doing is, I think, Vigilance, Eruption, Empty Fist. That'll deal 9 plus 28 damage. 37 damage. Bring Gremlin Knob to 40-ish. And I'll have decent attacks to draw into next turn. Actually, it should be Eruption, Empty Fist, then Vigilance, technically. Not that it really matters. It's not going to be enough damage next turn. Our lowest damage draw is 19. And I'll have 20 in hand that I can always play. Let me just triple check our math here. 9 plus 28 minus 3. So we do a clean 40, so it'll have 39 health, which is exactly what we'll have. Yes, our worst case possibility here is an exact kill. Good. So we do this. Eruption, Empty Fist, Vigilance. We take... no, not 3 damage. 5 damage here, because this knob had 2 strength to begin with. So we take a hit for 5. And then, with the Bottled Miracle, I am able to secure a kill here. Actually, I might not even need the Miracle. No, I don't. Good. Okay. We get a Regal Pillow, which will heal us more when we rest, if we rest. We're also offered a Mental Fortress as a way to block. I would consider tweaking my mod setup for Spire at this point. Maybe incorporating... Since we've been talking a lot about how event chances affect future nodes, having some way to dialogue about this in an on-screen manner would be quite useful, I think. I think I'll take this Mental Fortress for later. It's not the greatest card in the world right now, but it's certainly okay. Oh, especially with... I love Mental Fortress with Divinity. I even forgot about that. What we do is upgrade now Devotion before Hexaghost. It's going to be an interesting fight with 15 health and Runic Dome. Well, no, the Dome doesn't actually change anything, because we know exactly what Hexaghost is doing on every turn. But we don't have a whole lot of block density other than the Third Eye. And I guess the Mental Fortress. But we certainly want to upgrade the Devotion so that we can get into Divinity stance with the Sands of Time. I think that's probably our goal to win the Hexaghost fight. Just a quick mathematics. With an unupgraded Sands of Time, Divinity is triple damage, Pen Nib is times 2, so 20 times 6 equals 120 damage to Hexaghost with Sands of Time. If we can line that up. We'll get some help from the Bronze Scales too. That should be plenty of damage. So, what's the synergy between Devotion and Mental Fortress? Great question. When you gain 10 mantra, you enter Divinity stance, which is a 1-turn stance. So you change stances, gaining 4 block, on the turn that you enter Divinity from gaining mantra. At the beginning of your next turn, you will leave Divinity stance automatically, and that too activates Mental Fortress, giving you another 4 block. So you kind of get to double dip on Mental Fortress when you're doing Divinity, because Divinity automatically exits for you, and you don't need to use an exit card to make it happen. Yes, and thankfully we don't take triple damage when we're Divine. Okay, this is not the cards I wanted to see on turn 1. I was really hoping to block on turn 2. What do you got for me? That's not block. Please give me block. I don't think this first pen nib is that meaningful, so let's just play the follow-up here. So Hexaghost does nothing on turn 1. Oh boy. On turn 2, Hexaghost attacks us for a damage value based on our current health. And unfortunately, with the way the draws have gone, we got 0 block. We're going to take 2 by 6 and drop to 3 hit points here. Good luck to us. That's spicy. So we have to block perfectly on every turn from here on out, which might be impossible. I'm actually fairly likely to die next turn. But we'll do our best. We get attacked for 6 on this turn. 2 burns are added. Next turn, we're going to be attacked for 6 by 2. And we get 1 defend plus 4 mystery draws, which might include the burns. I think that's probably going to kill me. Do we end in Wrath here? Heck no, we don't. That significantly increases the likelihood we die. We end in Calm here with Vigilance. That way, Empty Fist is still a block for us. So we go Eruption, Consecrate, Empty Fist, then Vigilance. This turn we have more than enough block, but next turn might be our demise, depending on the draws. Thankfully, we get there. We find enough block to survive, at least for now. 2 turns until Divinity. We have 1 more attack for 6 damage headed our way next turn, though, and that could also be fatal, depending on the draw. But if I can survive next turn, I think we have the win. Oh, good. All right. We're there. We have succeeded, and we get to go to Act 2. How fortunate. So all we have to do is block this attack for 6. We already mathed how much this pen nib's going to do. Hey! Oh yeah, that is actually the current streak, though. Thought we were doing a preemptive F moment. No, we're good, we're good. We get the bonus block from Mental Fortress. Line up that pen nib. Now, block like your life depends on it. Then, simply win. Easy every time. And I think that was actually a very unfortunate outcome for the Hexaghost fight, comparatively speaking. There was actually a chance to die there, but it was all because we had a disastrous draw on turn 2, which still notably did not kill us, and part of why I was comfortable going into that fight with 15 hit points, specifically. I don't think this is going to be a Conjure Blade run. I am probably going to grab Vault here, giving me an extra turn, which is already going to amplify what the deck is doing very, very well. Notably, Vault makes Sands of Time cheaper, and Vault makes Devotion give you 3 additional mantra. Very, very, very good. We don't really need the extra energy from the Deus Ex. And with Sands of Time being our big payoff here, we don't really need a whole lot else. Draco, did you hear about the Watcher who became separated from her faith? Now her deity is her Deus Ex. Let's take the vaults. No refunds. So, Velvet Choker limits our number of cards played per turn, but gives us additional energy to spend on every turn. It's actually not the worst deck in the world for a Velvet Choker at the moment, as we're currently not that dependent on playing too many cards. In fact, since we have no card draw, and a general rule for you in taking Velvet Choker, if you don't have any bonus card draw, you can't play more than 5 cards per turn because you don't draw more than 5 cards per turn. So currently there's no real downside to it. And something I'll even note is that Vault resets the counter on Velvet Choker because it is a new turn, which means Vault is the only card that lets you cheat the Velvet Choker in the game. Part of why Vault is so cool in what it does. It is so powerful. Violet Lotus could give us some more energy here. Whenever we exit Calm, gain an additional 1 energy. I like to think of Lotus as being energy in proportion to your Calm stance density. Currently, we just have Vigilance, so we're getting like 1 energy every 4 turns, maybe. This is less than a Happy Flower worth of energy, although we do have some control over when it occurs. Or we can try to get extra relics from elites. We've already got 1 boss relic. I think we're in pretty good shape for elite fighting. We've got the Consecrate. I can Regal Pillow to gain health back. We want to go to a couple shops first, but if I can get later elites and remove maybe a defend and a strike, we're going to have a good time. So I'm pretty happy with a Black Star. I don't feel like the other 2 really help me that much. Certainly the 5th energy doesn't seem like it's all that relevant, especially if we're doing Divinity. Divinity is energy generation, and if we get more Mantra, that's only going to be more true. Let's take this Black Star. Let's take this Black Star. Okay, how did we roll shop? We can actually just go to 3 stores, but that would mean not going to too many elite fights, unfortunately. Looking at how these spicy boys are laid out, there is a 3 elite path to the far left, but I think that's ambitious and overly dangerous. Instead, we should look to maybe hit 2 elites. We can also rest up immediately beforehand, which allows us to go to this shop with about 400 gold. Definitely a very high priority for me. Anytime you start to reach about 400 gold, going to a store becomes an imperative, because you can afford any one thing there, even if it's a very useful rare relic. Yeah, it's a shame that the elites in the shops are not all on the same path. Well, there's also like this 3 elite path. Ooh. Yeah, there's a couple nice 3 elite routes. But I think we'd do better off to ignore 1 elite and go to a shop. We also have to go to one of these elites early, which is fine by me, quite frankly. I wanted to do that anyway. So, Chosen always debuffs us on turn 1, but I do want to Third Eye. Devotion's not going to get played in this fight. We just want to do Wrath Stance at the time. Go Empty Fist Vigilance. So on turn 2, Chosen may or may not attack. They either attack for 12 and apply Vulnerable, or debuff you with Weak and gain 3 Strength. I'm going to say, it doesn't matter what they're doing. I'm doing something better. This is not enough damage. I don't like that. I'm wondering if I have to use the Distilled Chaos here to achieve a favorable outcome. Feels like I might need to. Actually, how much damage do I have if I utilize the Consecrate? Let's just triple check that, because it's quite a bit. We do 7 plus 8, that's going to be 30 plus 9. 70, 79 damage, guaranteed. And there'll be one mystery card that gets played, too. So if we do get hit, we instantly kill them. In retaliation. Alright, I'll play that out. I suppose. Nice. Okay. Threat dispatched before anything bad could happen. Love me a good signature move deck, but we would have to remove Sands of Time to make this signature move work. Maybe that's fine. Although Empty Fist alongside the signature move can also be very awkward. If you can make signature move playable, it's incredible. It just hits so hecking hard. This is twice as much damage as Sands of Time. That's a lot of damage. That's a lot of damage. It's so much damage that it kills things even if you're not in a stance, which is particularly spicy. But its relative inconsistency is definitely its downfall. Yeah, up to 240 with Pen Nib Divinity. It's worth thinking about here. I don't think so, though. Doesn't combo with Vault. Alright, I'll pay you, sir. 85 gold tungsten rod. That's a pretty good discount. That reduces health loss if we would ever take. I suppose that's okay in its own right. Really don't want to see Devotion in most of these early fights. It's 4 anyway, so we'll end with Vigilance. Get attacked for 11 here, and then 11 by 2 next turn. But I don't think it's going to manage to land the 11 by 2 for death. Do arriveth. Get a fairy in a bottle, giving us a second chance at life if we should ever perish. And I love to see him meditate here, putting us in calm stance and getting a card out of the discard pile. If we fetch Sands of Time back, it gets cheaper again. We can also do things like have tighter control over the Eruption, the Empty Fist, you name it. Also a good way to return mantra cards once we find literally any other mantra card. Love me a meditate. There's a mantra card, Pray. Pray is not my favorite, but should never be discounted as a mantra generator, I don't think. So we've also got Dolly's Mirror. Quite frankly, probably one of the best things I can do is just duplicate the vault here. And that would really get us going. Once I have 2 vaults, Study actually becomes pretty decent too. And we get to do some cool stuff. I think I will take Pray. And what we can do is Pray, duplicate a card, and card remove. That's spicy. That's real spicy. Hey there, Melobomb. We've done some Retropolis on stream. I thought it was a pretty cool take on a deck builder, but I found the real-time forced pace of it to be really hectic. Pray would be, I think, significantly better if it just said draw 2 on the card directly. The fact that you have to draw the insight really counteracts it a lot, but if you get Master Reality or Dead Branch or something, or those are insights are able to be upgraded somehow, it can turn into a really serious draw engine. Another cool way to get there is with Strange Spoon, so the insights get recycled. That can be fun. Alright, removing 1 card from this deck. Defend? Question mark? Yeah, let's lose a defend. Take a prey. And yeah, we'll dupe the vault. But it's going to be vault enabling shenanigans, so it's going to be beautiful. Just a shame it's not upgraded. That's alright. Hello, friends. Ouch. So, Shelled Parasite always attacks for 21 damage on turn 1. If you're playing on Ascension 17 or higher, that means Eruption is not gonna happen. And we have to just go Mental Fortress, Defend, Consecrate. Ow. And more ow. To follow. Muscle Confusion, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome to the Cozy Sub Club. Please give me back Ray? No, that's insane. Well, is it though? No, give me that. So, a lot of health is being lost. However, I'm not afraid. So, bop you. Find what's on top. Another copy of Vault. Understood. Discard those. Prey and Vault. Take another turn. Then play Devotion. And take another turn? Question mark? Yeah, take another turn. Vigilance there might have been an acceptable answer too. Now, destroy Parasite. Bonk. Get another bottled miracle. We'll be keeping this fairy in a bottle for now, especially with Runic Dome. Do I want a cut through fate? Yes. I would like an attack that scries and draws. That sounds quite helpful. Yes, we'll take that. So I could rest here, or I could get a crucial upgrade. Probably on Meditate, or actually the Prey is quite significant too. For just that one extra pip of Mantra gets me into Divinity so much faster. I think we want to upgrade both Meditate and Prey as the next two cards to make this deck really start to pop. And I think I'll upgrade first, as long as we have the Fairy. So let's upgrade Meditate first. Get 2 cards instead of 1. And then we'll make Prey the follow-up. Ouch. The Book of Stabbing is a big stinky. Actually, very happy to see Devotion here on turn 1. Though this makes me wish I'd upgraded Prey. Book of Stabbing relentlessly stabs every single turn without exception. Starting as a 7x2, then escalating to a 7x3. Occasionally putting bigger attacks into the mix. I want to be able to meditate here. This faulting is like doing it anyway, right? Yeah. Okay. Let's take another turn, make the Sands of Time cheaper. And can I do that again? Please. What do I block with Vigilance? Vigilance won't be quite enough block, but with the Defend it will be. We hold on for one more turn? Yeah, okay. Then we enter Divinity next turn. Although it won't be much of a Divinity entry. It's fine. Bronze scales, you have to help. I get a ton of energy next turn. I get to do all the damage and then still vault. Okay, that's fine. This is a singular hit for 24. Don't want Eruption, thank you. Actually, wait, do I? That'll do 27 damage. That's a kill. That's good enough, actually. Actually, this is a kill. Even better. Alright, we net ourselves the Stone Calendar, doing 52 damage at the end of turn 7. That's not that helpful, but the Thread Needle is much more helpful. Guaranteed 4 block per turn. And we are offered a study. Oh man, am I going to take one of these? That's such a ridiculous choice. But I like it. Study puts an insight into our draw pile at the end of each turn. The whole point of that is that you get extra turns with the vault for more insights. And you can use the vault to immediately generate an insight, which is quite nice. Yes, Stone Calendar is accelerated by Vault as well, so we can actually make Stone Calendar go off on turn 5, essentially, which is crucially the turn that Collector makes the first attack with debuffs. Summon, attack, debuff, and then the vulnerable attacks start. So this lets Stone Calendar help ensure that Collector is killed before any nastiness occurs. I like that. I'm going to take this study. That might be too cumbersome and clunky. Maybe it should be that we just don't want to take any more stuff that doesn't immediately do anything, but I like it with the vaultings. Mostly we just need to get more starter cards removed from the stack to give it a bit more consistency. Maybe that's actually the impetus to go this way. I don't even have money for 2 removals. Heck no. Feels like a pretty good time to rest, for the record. Although I can also rest here, yeah? And that would allow me to benefit from what? Dreamcatcher, more max HP? Okay, upgrade Prey first. TBs, thank you so much for 5 months of support. Much love to you. Malbank, cool. It'll give us money every floor until we find a shop and spend money there. And since we just left a shop a few floors ago, this is the perfect time to find it. I like a mall bank that found around here will be maybe 150 to 200 gold. Alright, as previously discussed, the Chosen doesn't attack on turn 1. The bird might. But that's okay. Because we can kill the bird on turn 1 here. Beep. Okay, a much cleaner Chosen fight than the last one we had. Didn't draw a lot of our setup cards there. I think more Scry could be nice to help us find the cards that are important. I wish it was more upgraded Scry, but you can't always get what you want. This deck would also really appreciate a Foresight Scry at sort of every turn. That would be Scry every time I vaulted, too. I think I'll take none of the above. Just keep the deck as it is for this Gremlin Leader fight, which certainly could be spooky, but looks like we'll be fairly comfy. Conveniently, Mad Gremlin attacks for 5, we block for 4, Tungsten Rod blocks the remaining point of damage, we won't lose a point of plated armor to that, so we can Empty Fist this nerd, and then apply a follow-up to the leader. I don't want to make this guy angry. And play both of these powers. Now, Gremlin Leader may or may not attack us this turn, may or may not attack us on the following turn as well. We unfortunately have no way to know. whether we're being attacked or not. So my advice is simply win before Gremlin Leader ever takes another turn. That's my advice. Defend Vigilance is an okay turn here. I'm going to choose to vault, though. Keep it going. Note that we get an insight for vaulting. Don't want that right now, thank you. Nib's ready. Divinity next turn. Right. Simply win before the Grim Leader ever gets to take another turn. Good, good. Get him. Kerblam. No guessing required. Beautiful. Beautiful. I love that having double vault is really enabling all of these normally kind of setup heavy watcher cards to beautifully work together. More max health is beautiful. And oh my goodness, we get a third vault or a second prey. Both are genuinely hilarious to me. But yeah, let's just keep vaulting. Let's make Stone Calendar go off on turn 4. Easy peasy. And let's take an event. This could be another vault, obviously. 4 vaults. Collector bonus versus the Collector. Just keep vaulting. It's amazing. This is glorious. It's only playing 1 card, but I'm drawing so many cards. That's the real clincher, you know? Just avoid the thingy entirely. You know, Stone Calendar. That relic that kills the cultist on the turn after it attacks you for 6. That relic. It's not the world's worst like water, but I think we just want to upgrade the Mental Fortress. Deck really needs an Art of War. Yeah, we're just gonna skip all that. Or an establishment or something. Actually really felt like Study needed to be upgraded based on how that fight went. So that we can get it in play alongside a vault also. May end up using the Bottled Miracle here, depending on what gets drawn alongside how many copies of vaults. Alright, summon your minions. Really want to get Devotion in play before I play too many more of these vaults. See if I can find one. No, that's not how I wanted that to go. That is acceptable, though. This is only 1 cost? Good. There's Devotion, thank you. Give me back Ray Plus. And Cut Through Fate. Take a little bit of a hit there. But now, it's bopping time. here. 2 strikes, that's a fine draw. Get him, Stone Calendar. GG. It's amazing. Another devotion here, I think, is amazing to go with all these vaults. We definitely want more mantra per turn. Master Reality, also very intriguing here because of all these insights that I'm generating. But I think that's not as good as Second Devotion. Brilliance would definitely hit pretty hard. Although, again, harder after, of course, Second Devotion. Let's take Second Devotion. And I like the current potions just fine. Ooh, there's more energy for us. Slaver's Collar gives us more energy during boss and elite fights. I think that would be very, very useful. Or we could cut some starter cards, which would improve our consistency quite dramatically. Notably, Empty Cage. 2 more cards removed from the deck is huge here to let us get through. We've been burdened with a lot of starter cards for most of this run. If we can get rid of them, it's going to help big time. Whereas I think the Calling Bell achieves the opposite of what we're looking to do. So it's either empty or the additional energy. Remove 2 vaults to give the Spire a chance. I like that. I think with Double Devotion, we're going to be able to be generating enough energy just from entering Divinity every other turn. Let's go Empty Cage here. Hopefully I don't regret that too much. Hey everyone. Did you know that you can now support me directly on YouTube by getting a channel membership? For as low as $5 a month, you'll get access to perks like custom badges and emojis to use in comments and discounts on the merch store, all while helping support me and this channel to do what I love every day. Just click the join button below to get started. Now back to the video. And we want to go to several merchants if possible, but it's also really important that we go to several elites to get more relics with this Black Star. And the good news is we can do both. We can do 2 shops and 1, 2, 3 elites, which is the maximum for any path on this act anyway. 1, and then 2, 3, or 2, 3, which even lets me get an extra campfire if I want one. You'll love to see it. And that also gets lots of early events, which I tend to like in Act 3, as events can be rare relics, but also card removals, or a few other good things, especially if you have the Golden Idol, which we don't. That does mean the mob bank gets popped early, having only contributed a little bit over 100 gold, but with Smiling Mask, I'm not going to miss the opportunity to go to 2 shops. No thank you. Alright, these stinkers always attack for 11 on turn 1, so it's our priority to kill this nerd. Which we have successfully done. Kind of. They're all good cards, kind of. Sure. And then just meditate the... Wait, what? You're allowed to decline meditate? I didn't know you could do that. I successfully went into calm, but did not add any cards to my hand. Wait a minute. I think that was a bug, right? You're not even supposed to be able to do that, because if there are only 1 or 2 cards in the discard pile, they're automatically targeted for you. How fascinating. That's not supposed to be optional. Well, that's what I get for clicking on random parts of the screen, I suppose. Good for me. Alright, if I take damage because of that, I'm completely okay with it. Easy. No more thorns. Get him, Stone Calendar. That's funny. Ooh, there's a way to block against the heart. Wallop Plus does 12 damage and gives block based on the damage it deals. Very mighty with Divinity, very, very mighty with Pen-Nib. Currently 73 damage dealt by Stone Calendar. How much more can we get that total to by the end of this run, I wonder? Can I kill all 3 of these nerds with it, for example? Maybe. Definitely maybe. No idea what they're doing on turn 1. I hope it's not hurtful to me. Hooray! It mostly wasn't. They never buff twice in a row, so any Darkling that has block, we know is going to be attacking us on this turn. Mostly doesn't help me, because killing them is out of the question at the moment. This is Study Vault? No, it's going to be Devotion Vault. Alright, what's in the draw pile? Rubbish. Is that already factoring the Pen-Nib? I don't know. Yeah, it was, okay. I think I'm taking a bit of a hit here, then. A little uncomfortable. I could use the Miracle Potion to help me here. Well, help is a vague term in this case. I think I can kill 2 of them if I use the Miracle Potion. It's a pretty good idea. I can Pen-Nib either the Sands of Time or the Consecrate. Consecrate Pen-Nib is going to do 32. So I can kill 2 of them. Let's kill everyone except the middle one, then. And then we block this, whatever it is. Nice. Get him. Pressure points plus. Sash Whip's not terrible here. It's a way to apply Weaken. This deck would definitely prefer a Wave of the Hand as a weak applicator, but maybe we don't get offered one. Oh, I'm definitely going to take another Prey. I've been offered so many additional copies of Prey already, and I haven't been able to take them. This one I'm taking. Is the Signature Move any good here? It would be if we didn't have the Sands of Time, and I even considered taking Signature Move Plus when we were offered it earlier this run, and then removing our Sands of Time. Oh, Brilliance is also here, yeah? Ooh, that's pretty good. Prey plus Brilliance. Brilliance will immediately become our absolute best damage card ever. Although it's expensive and perhaps unnecessary. I want to see what it's going to do. I clicked the cancel from the scry screen while in the meditate screen and it canceled it. Oh, so there's the cancel button that stays on screen. Can be used for other purposes? Fascinating. There's got to be some glitches you can do with that go much further beyond. Yeah, because if it can cancel Meditate, what else can it cancel, right? Can it cancel the heart? No. We know it doesn't do that, but what could it? What could it cancel? These strikes are actually kind of nice, though. You. Alright, we'll take this Brilliance. It's too fun not to, right? Especially with the second prey. Abacus was maybe kind of interesting there. I'm gonna go double events here. Falling, losing the follow-up? Heck yeah. Get a card out of the deck, please. And transform a card. Turn this strike into a Vault. Into a Foresight. Oh, that's even better. Start of your turn, scry 3. And we have so many turns, after all. This deck is definitely ready to lose to Awakened One, by the way. How many powers do I have? 5? Oh, that's not that bad. That's not that bad. Yeah, so we actually got 2 extra removals from those 2 events, which means we're well on track to being really happy with life. Not ready to vault yet. I'll be back for those. Put all that into play, thank you. If we take some damage in order to make it happen, I'm okay with it. Ah, got weakened. Giant Head can't weaken 3 times in a row, so we're guaranteed to be attacked by the Giant Head on this turn. And I'm okay with that. Okay, I'm just going to draw through all of this. Ooh, dear. So, Prey on top. Go. Devotion. Prey. Cut through fate. Draw that prey. Play this prey. That'll put us into Divinity next turn. Brilliance, then Empty Fist, I think. Actually, no. We want the block at the start of the next turn, so let's not leave Divinity. Let's go Strike Brilliance here for 117. It's only a hit for 13. We block that. Now we enter Divinity at the start of this turn again. And there are so many amusing things that I can do here. Including Vault a bunch of times. But I'm not going to Vault, I'm going to Meditate. Bonk. Give me back. Prey plus. And voila. Why are you still here? I don't know, Giant Head, why are you still here? Get him, Calendar. Damaru! One mantra per turn. Well, that's just frankly excessive. Very good. Dreamcatcher won't matter much. Second Meditate actually competes with all the vaults, because I can't play both Meditate and Vault in the same turn, so I don't think we want two of those. Skip that. What happens if you go over 10 mantra while still in Divinity? Then your mantra resets to 0, and nothing happens. Try not to let that happen. Just get Hella Mantra with Hella turns. With Hella turns. Okay, second Devotion upgrade. We could have 7 No, we need Mental Fortress to be upgraded now. So that we're getting more block. We'd also like a second Mental Fortress if we can find it, but it is not strictly speaking... Oh, there it is. Alright, well, welcome to the deck. Good talk. Wish I could take this. Mega Prep would be lovely, but somebody didn't skip any relics prior to now, so somebody doesn't get to take this Mega Prep now. And I'll take the additional rest site, because I got plenty of upgrades I'd like to make. Devotion, the other Mental Fortress, all of it. Heck, even Foresight would benefit massively from a plus. Is this seeded? No, we just happened to get this many vaults. You know, like you do. We don't need Brilliance next turn either. Let's just get guaranteed a vault. I'll have no idea if we're being attacked for 5 or for 30, though, next turn. Ma's got a particularly unusual attack pattern that I think bears repeating here. So the Ma is a sort of mix of random and fixed, kind of like Chosen is, but with a bit of an unusual pattern. They always start with a debuff of Frail plus Weak, but every turn after that follows a sort of pattern. They have 2 different attacks they can do. One big singular chomp, with a base damage of 30, or one scaling multi-attack. It starts as a 5x1, but then escalates with both strength buffs and with number of attacks as the fight goes on. Specifically, it's 1 hit for every 2 turns the combat has endured. So it starts as a 5x1, but then after a strength buff, it'll be 10x2, 15x3, 20x4. It starts to get real scary. And this thing can swing for well over 100 damage if you let the fight go longer than 10 turns. So it's pretty spooky. On this turn, it's either attacking for 5 damage or attacking me for 30 damage. It's one of the 2 attacks. If it does the 30 damage attack, then it can follow that up with either the chomp or it can buff. Whereas if it does the small attack, it'll always buff on the next turn. And that's the big thing to remember about Ma, is that multi-attacks are always followed by a buff. Whereas big attacks can be followed either by a buff or by another attack. Alright, how am I going to block all this? Let's just go Foresight Vaults. Sounds great. Perfect, and now we have Divinity Wallop. Use the Consecrate because I want to get more set up. Perfect. So, we full block no matter what attack it's doing, which means I'm not going to play Vault here. But I will play Vigilance, store some more energy. It was in fact the 30, that means this turn is either a multi-attack or a single big attack. Or, sorry, or a buff. Could be either. Can't be the single big attack again, though. Of course, neither of it matters if the enemy doesn't get to take another turn. Because of Stone Calendar? Heck. Back into Divinity with you, lady. Brilliance is at 99 damage. Wow. 4.5 damage per turn from Stone Calendar. I'd love to see it. These are all pretty whatever. I would take an upgraded third eye, but not an unupgraded one. Does Vault reset the heart's 200 damage per turn limit? No. No, it does not. Very important thing to keep in mind there. So this is turn 1 for Nemesis, means it's either a ×3 multi-attack or we're having burns added to the deck. Can't be both. It can't be the single 45 damage big attack that Nemesis can do. That can only happen on turn 3 or later. Turn 2 or later, excuse me. Words are hard. Take a little bit of damage. Now Nemesis is intangible, which makes Wallop unfortunately useless to me. Try to get the other fortress down in vaults. So here Nemesis could be attacking for up to 45 damage, which could be very bad for me. There's not a lot I can do about that. We'll just vault one more time. Get a divinity turn. And we can block with Mental Fortress this turn just by changing stances a bunch. Eruption, then Meditate. That'll do pretty well. And we can even cut through Fate into one more, perhaps. Yeah, Empty Fist. So we go into Wrath, out of Wrath, into Calm. Full block, no matter what. Give me back this and this. And I'll just take a absolute ton of damage, if you don't mind. 132, says Brilliance. But wait. Won't someone think of the Stone Calendar? Courier makes stuff cheaper to shop. We don't have a whole lot of money to spend for the rest of the run, so I don't think it'll matter much. But easier elites? Sure, why not? Nemesis can multi-attack twice in a row, that's right. Nemesis can also add burns twice in a row. But Nemesis cannot do the big swing twice in a row. Nemesis is never required to use their burn-adding attack. A valid attack pattern for Nemesis is 7x3, then 45, then 7x3, then 45, just alternating between those two indefinitely at random. And that's part of what makes Nemesis so deadly sometimes, is that because the creature's attack pattern is random, it is possible that they randomly arrive on the exact perfect counter to whatever it is that your deck has in terms of attack order. Downfall. We gotta revisit Downfall sometime. Hello and welcome, Wallux, by the way. I've beaten Downfall with all of the characters. Last I checked, anyway. There might be a new one since it's been a little while. But we have done our fair share of Downfall indeed. Sometimes you just get 10 burns. Yeah, and it's not a good time. It just happens. Emu Like Bird, thank you so much for 23 months of support. Is Simmering Fury ever, like, meaningful card draw here? With the vaults? I'm not sure. Uh-oh. Well, this thing can't curse you on turn 1, so as long as we make that the only turn it ever gets to take, everything will be fine. Smiley face. Perfect. It's gotta be steady plus faults. No, none of that. None of that. Some of this instead. So Devotion, then Vault. Then Vault again? Yeah. It's that easy. Could Divinity right now, but I won't be able to meaningfully play Meditate. Maybe that's okay too. House Cat, thank you so much for the tier 1 sub. Welcome. The Cozy Sub Club. Meow. But I get to vault again next turn? Okay. We'll do it this way. Get the extra card draw too. Discard this since I'm vaulting. Actually, discard this too. Let's give me something else. Some scry in one more turn? Or do I try to play something meaningful? No, just scry. Skip that second devotion for this fight. Don't need both of these. Still don't have Mental Fortress in play. Either of them. That needs to change. Although not this turn, because I can Divinity Wall up or whatever. Maybe I just win this turn anyway. Feels like I do. Okay. In that case, I don't care. This is 102, so yes, we just win. Beautiful. Stance Potion's kind of nice. Second, Sands of Time is also rather interesting. Although I don't think we need it. It's the smug sense of superiority that used to come with the sub. It's still there. Just don't feel the need to mention it every time, but it's definitely still there. I'll take the Stance Potion over the Attack Potion, too. Being able to enter Calm for essentially 2 energy when I need to does feel at least vaguely useful. I'll grab the Recall here so that I have the most options for what my final upgrade is. Maybe there's a rare card we get from this poor giant head who is about to be obliterated. Poor guy. Only play one of these for now. Where's Devotion Vault? No, it's Pray Mental Fortress Vigilance. We vault after we get the good stuff in play. Perfect. I want Sands of Time in hand before I actually play this vault. Might as well consecrate first, too. Ooh. Didn't realize study and foresight work together in this way when you have 0 cards in the draw pile. That's not very good. Don't cancel the meditate. Don't do it. You can't. Please, one more? No, 2 more. It's just a casual 5 mantra per turn. Brilliance at a base damage of 30. It's pretty spicy. Get him, Stone Calendar. Yeah. 314 damage dealt and counting by that thing. Really good relics here. Whetstone upgrades 2 of our attacks. I'm hoping Brilliance, personally. And Boat Thingy's block on turn 2. Also some decent options here. Sanctity Plus is not bad. It's card draw 2. Nirvana is block when we scry, which is, not that good. Or a Talk to the Hand, which is also not that good. We'll just take a Sanctity here. Sands of Time and Brilliance are upped, our 2 best attack cards. Beautiful. And I'll manually choose to upgrade. I think personally the Foresight, just a little bit more scry. But any of these 3 powers are really good choices for the upgrade here. I think we already have enough block for Heart between the Tungsten Rod, the Double Mental Fortress, and the Wallop. We should be good for that fight, is my hope. So I don't feel like we need a whole lot more. Oof, that is a gnarly turn 1. Tim Eater. Could at least draw cards that way. Studies are kind of awkward in this fight, aren't they? Probably shouldn't play that study. Feels right. Let's not do that. Let's play the third eye and get an idea. An idea of my fate for the next turn. Little Time Eater has 2 different attacks they can do, either an 8x3 multi-attack, or a singular attack for 32 that also adds 2 slimes to the deck and 2 turns of drawdown debuff. It's really nasty. I'm going to take back the Wallop and the Prey Plus, thank you. Ooh, debuffed me, made me vulnerable, how dare you. Also, I was already entering Divinity, so I didn't need the Prey, but thank you. So that's going to be a nasty hit here. Not much I can do about it either. Shame. It's only going to block for 25. Play both of these. 15x3. Ouch! Very much ouch. Okay, we have to get Foresight and Hold down. Brilliance is here with a base of 114. We can pen nib that for twice as much, potentially, too, if I can find one more attack that isn't Empty Fist. I did. Go Wallop. Sands of Time. Pen nib the Brilliance. Bonk. Easy. Now we either finish Time Eater with 3 cards. Oh, actually, we can do better than that. If I can play this Vault, which I totally can, then we can prevent Time Eater from taking the turn that heals them. Give me another turn to work with here. Oh, actually, no. Right. Seems like their time was up. Your days are numbered, Slugman. You've got a date with death. This is a good calendar. Alright, these two are pretty predictable. Unlike some of the other bosses... No Awakened one, by the way. Unlike the other bosses in Act 3. There is no randomness to this fight. Deka starts attacking on turn 1, and then they always alternate turns. Deka has a block move, and then adds daze to our deck when they attack. Donu has a strength buff that gives them both +3 strength, and then has a basic attack for ×2. So as a result, the damage profile of these two is 24 on turn 1 from Deka, then it goes 30, 30, 36, 36, 42, 42, so on and so forth, upgrading their damage by 6 every 2 turns. It's a relentless assault with no breaks until you manage to kill one of them. So this fight's always a question of how well can you balance your resource deployment, your offense, and your defense. Wow, that's a really long year, Fluffy Mitten. Somebody was playing a lot of vault cards that year. Notably, we get Horncleat on turn 2 here, which I do appreciate. We can get lots done now. Study. Devotion. Spray. And block with his third eye. I just want to find another vault next turn, so let's look to just try to get Foresight plus vaults. Beautiful. And we have Divinity next turn, which unfortunately is too late for Wallop. But I get to look at 4 cards. I want all of those in my hand. I do. So 30 damage is the amount we need to block for. That's pretty easy to do here. Next to Vigilance. And we'll just vault again next turn. Accumulating resource. Actually, let's get rid of that too. This would be instant divinity. I don't want instant divinity. Okay, just one more turn then. Should have discarded the prey, I suppose. Beautiful. One more turn. Empty Fist. What the other two? This is 120 damage. That is many damage. It's obscene many damage. I can actually make it 132 by playing that, yeah. Yep. Completely forgotten who's attacking me this turn. We have to maximize calendar damage here. You hear me? Maximize. GG. 465 damage. It's a really, really long year. Two thump, two thump, two thump, a deep pulsing dread can be felt throughout the room. Is this the heart of the spire, the source of Christmas coming early this year? 4 turns early, oddly enough. Killing everything with Stone Calendar, the deck. Probably want more Mental Fortress, a little bit more block. I think more useful than a little bit more mantra. Go that Mental Fortress. Could take another Foresight. Got a cheap card removal. Another Fairy in a Bottle. Or a Liquid Memories may be better than a Stance Potion. Actually, Liquid Memories on Vault seems quite exceptional. So let's swap out the Stance Potion and remove one of these defends. That's how I want to play this. Did it ever remove Eruption? I don't think so, because Eruption is at least still 12 block, thanks to the Mental Fortress, and can be part of something like Eruption, Empty Fist, into Prey or something weird. Well, that's a pretty sad turn one. Let's try that again. Yeah, that's more like it. And then I'll just meditate for those cards. So we got lucky that the shield didn't attack us immediately. Now on this turn, since the shield didn't attack on turn 1, it must be attacking now. For a base of 14, if we're not facing it, it's more 50% more, so 21 damage headed our way. Or I could kill it. Actually, let's kill this one. Speaking of Eruption still being useful. Alright. And you know what? I'll just keep taking more turns, too. If you don't mind. Now, we gotta let Stone Calendar do the job. Although, will it be possible? Yes, because it's not going to be gaining block. So yes, I can make this work. Brings it to... Wait, exactly? Exactly! Perfect. Get in there, Stone Calendar. You got it. Easy. Love that we get a Bottled Tornado here, enabling us to have one of our power cards show up on turn 1. We also get a Teardrop Locket to make us start in Calm, and a Power Potion for another... Take this, by the way. Power Potion for another power if we want. Or we could do Liquid Memories Fairy in a Bottle. Here's my question to chat. Which power do you think should be in our opening hand against the Hearts? Got 2 Fortresses, 2 Devotions, and a Study. And I think I agree with the overwhelming opinion we're getting from chat that it is Foresight. Foresight helps us find the other powers, helps us avoid drawing stinky statuses, and is in general just going to keep us alive against the Heart. So I'm thinking Foresight, personally. Especially since we have 2 Fortresses. If I had only 1 Fortress, I might more strongly consider the Fortress. But no, it's going to be a Bottled Foresight for me. This is a tough choice, actually. Deviform would be really... There's a lot of powers that are very good for us. Screw it. Let's lose the Fairy here. What do you got, Mr. Heart? Turn 1 Vault, but I'd rather just play Foresight, Mental Fortress, Vigilance. I think. And then we have that Vault as our Liquid Memories target. So, what is in the potion? We do get a Deviform. At the start of your turn, gain an energy and increase this gain by 1. The more turns you have, well, the more gain there is. Added bonus of not vaulting immediately is that we get to use the Horn Cleat to actually block. Sweet. So, statuses are added, we get super debuffed, then we scry 4, and what a 4 it is. We get to go Mental Fortress, Empty Fist, Vigilance. Or Meditate, excuse me. So I don't think we're going to need any help blocking this turn. We'll also be able to get this Devotion in play. I suppose I'll just draw all 4 of these cards. They're good. With the Mystery 5th card being just fine, too. Then I can meditate back. With Prey and Vault. So block for 35 here. Means we'll take a little bit to this attack. Couple hits. Keep 1 point of plated armor. Just 1. There's no need to have 2 vaults here. Oh wait, I'm short 1 mantra? Oh heck. The draw pile, though. So I'll just discard those. Ow. Alright, so I'll actually just go... Pray... No, just Devotion, Study, Vault here. Other option is go Divine right now. We know the singular big attack is headed our way this turn for 67 damage. So if there was a way for me to block for that much, it'd be a very appreciated thing. How about I don't draw these? So, yes, we could yes, we can Liquid Memories the Wallop. We can even do so with Pen Nib. Although, I have to be very careful about that. Because if I try to Pen Nib the Wallop, I'm actually going to do 0 damage because the Heart's damage cap. So we'll just do it normal style. 27 block should be plenty. Use this for the block. Thank you, Eruption, for contributing. You're great. Still take a bit of a hit there. Weaken would have helped quite a bit in getting the rest of what we needed. However, now we're in the business. This turn, the Heart's not attacking us, so we can feel free to obliterate it with anything we might desire offensively. Bit of a sad turn. Get that back and this. That Prey Plus. So that'll full block no matter what's headed our way this turn. It's either a 4x15 multi-attack or a single attack for 47 with 2 points of strength. Either way, we've got it covered. is my draw pile? Alright. I'm okay with that hand, I think. Yeah, and then third eye to help me find what I want. It's that easy. So the other attack is this turn. An attack for 45. Divinity this. Stone Calendar's got to get in there. Oh, I need the block though. Wait, there must be another way. There's not another way. I'm sorry, Stone Calendar. 500 is a pretty good total. You shouldn't feel bad. So here I'll deliberately won't play Empty Fist. That way I gain 12 block at the start of the next turn for emptying, for exiting our stance. And now Brilliance deals 204 damage. GG. Hey there. If you enjoyed that video, watch this one next. And before you go, join us on Twitch and watch live. I'm there 5 days a week playing Slay the Spire, answering questions, and chilling with the community. Click the link in the description to follow right now. Ta-ta for now.